Okay, fifth graders, here's a little bit of homework help. So I'm on page, I think this is 395. And let's look at a couple of these together. Number one, for starters, is explain how to use multiplication to find 4 being divided by 1/5. Well, you guys remember the examples that I gave you from today, and then I uploaded a video talking about dividing whole numbers by fractions. There are 5 1/5 in each whole. So 4 times 5 equals 20. Here's number one done for you. Number 4, it says draw a model to find 2 divided by 1/6. Well, so I'm just going to draw 2 circles here. And I'm going to divide those first into thirds. Kind of looks like a peace sign. And then I'll further divide those, each one of those in half for sixths. So each one of those little slices, if they were pizzas, would be equivalent to 1/6. There's your model. Let's see here. In 6 through 9, use the model to find each quotient. Use multiplication to check your answer. Well, 3 divided by 1/4. They've already done it for us here. And so there's going to be how many quarters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just put 12. And gosh, I wrote over this. I think it's 2 divided by 1/12, looks like. So, it's going to be 2 times 20, 2 times 12, which is going to be 24. I think you guys can see how that's done. Draw a model to find each quotient. So there's only 3 here where you're doing a model. Somebody asked me about this earlier, and I went ahead and started to do, 5 little circles. I mean, you guys can do the same thing. Just draw 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. And just like we did up above, divide each one into thirds. And then you can divide each one of those thirds one step further into sixths. And right now, they're all in thirds. So then just divide each one of those thirds in half. So it should look something like that. It's not very neat. They don't give you a lot of room to work, but I get the idea. And then this one would be 4 divided by 1/8. So draw 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to divide those into eighths. Well, first divide them into quarters. I'm just going to do 1. And then divide each one of those quarters in half, and now you've got eighths. Okay? And I'll let you do number 12 on your own. Let's see here. Number 14, it says, write and solve a word problem for the expression 8 divided by 1/2. So Mr. Glazier, and yes, you can use this example if you want, gave let's see, 8 hours of math lessons. Oop, I didn't spell it right. Man, I messed up my 8. Math lessons Okay. Gave 8 hours of math lessons. And each was a half an hour long. Okay. And I ran out of room. How many lessons did he give? Should have come up with something shorter. I ran out of room. Well, obviously, what's 8 divided by 1/2? 8 divided by 1/2. It's the same thing as 8 over 1 times 2 over 1, which is 16 over 1, which equals 16. And so the answer is 16. Okay. There's number 14 done for you. You can probably come up with your own or use that one if you want. Doesn't matter to me. Let's go to the next page here. Let's see here. So what page is this one? This is page 399. Number 3, it says, how many 1/3 are in 3? Well, that's easy. 9, right? You guys should see this now. How many 1/3 are in 6? That'd be 18. Okay. How about number 9 down here? 2 divided by, no, that's easy. 2 divided by 1/3, what's that going to be? How many thirds are going to fit into 1, and then how many thirds are going to fit into 2? It's going to be 6. How about number 14 here? 15. This is the one I'm looking at. 15 divided by 1/5. It's going to be the same thing as 15 over 1 times 5 over 1. Remember, keep, change, flip. What's 15 times 5? Well, 15 times 4 that's 60, so it's 75. So the answer to number 14 is 75. You guys can do these. This won't take you that long. Next page. Let's see here. It says Dan has 4 cartons of juice. He pours an 8th carton for each person on a camping trip. How many people can he serve? Well, if each carton is divided up into 8ths, there's going to be 8 portions. So the easiest way to do that is I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to cut the halves in half. And then I'll cut each one of those in half. And so there, I should have 8. And then you're going to count, you're going to do that with each, you do that with each one. And how many will it be? Well, there's 8 here, and 8 here, that's 16. 8 more is 24. 8 more is what? 32. 32 people. You guys remember, label these. That's important. Let me say it again. Label these. That's important. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to start losing points. All right? Let's see. I'll help you with one more here. How about 18? Looking at number 18. And I don't want to go to the girls' volleyball game. I'm missing that right now. But I knew this was important. Maria used 1 bag of flour. She baked 2 loaves of bread. Okay. She used the remaining flour to make 48 muffins. How much flour was in the bag when Maria began? Oh, that's a tough one. She used 1 bag. She baked 2 loaves of bread. Okay. So, let's see here. 2 loaves. So it's going to be 2 times 2 1/4. Can you multiply a whole number by a mixed number? No, you got to change it. So this is going to be 2 times, what's 4 times 2? 8 plus 1 is 9. It's going to be 2 times 9 over 4. That'll equal something. I'm going to let you do that part. So we did that. She baked 2 loaves of bread. So we're on our way to figuring out that. Okay, how much flour she used. Then she used the remaining flour to make 48 muffins. Okay, so muffins. So 3 1/4 cups for 24 muffins. So she did twice that. So that was 48. So 3 1/4 times 2 also. So 3 1/4, changing that into a fraction, that's 12 plus 1 is 13. It's going to be 13 over 4 times 2 equals, and you're going to get a number. So those two numbers are going to be fractions, and you're going to have to add them together, and that will tell you how many cups. Remember, label it. Label it. Cups. So, was it 9 cups, 10 cups, 11 cups, 12 cups? You'll have to figure that out. Okay? You're going to add those two answers together. All right. All right, that's your homework help. And I'm going to stop this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, we're running the mile run at the high school tomorrow. If you have a permission slip, better bring it. I think most of you turned yours in.